keynote speaker, Dipti Gupta, the head of SRM Business Samsung SDS, to talk about the new era AI-driven, resilient, sustainable procurement. Please welcome Dipti.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay. My name is Dipti Gupta. I head the procurement software business for Samsung SDS here in the US. Samsung SDS is the technology arm of Samsung. To begin with, let me disclose, I'm a Berkeley Haas Business School alumni, but don't hold that against me. Some of what I will say today will make sense, so hang in there. My journey with supply chain started 28 years ago. I stumbled into it. I was given this project to carry huge car doors and measure the variation in the dimension. Don't ask me what that project was about. I don't want to talk about it, but my supply chain journey started from there. From then on, I have adopted supply chain software at various companies, and now I sell supply chain software. Which is why it is very important and it is very interesting over here to come talk to a set of people who have consciously chosen supply chain as their career. Unlike me, I just got into it. But a lot of what I will talk has been already said, either from an academic perspective or from some of the other vendors and customers that were on the stage. What I bring is the perspective from a procurement supply chain vendor. Where we think the AI is going to influence procurement, by the way, the front end of the entire supply chain, where you procure the parts, where we think AI is going to influence procurement going forward, and how we, Samsung SDS, are enabling that migration. Okay, I can figure this out. So on Sunday mornings, I wake up, I get my cup of coffee, I put on Netflix, and that dang thing knows that I'm gonna binge watch on a limited episode action series. I sit in my Tesla, and the Tesla self routes me to the Samsung San Jose office. I sleep with my Apple Watch, and it knows how many hours of REM sleep did I get. And don't even talk to me about e-commerce. Just because I look up a shoe in one website, that shoe follows me on every website till I buy that shoe. So the point is, we use AI, we consume AI in our daily lives every day. Our lives are changed based on AI. I presume a lot of you students over there use AI, and more specifically Gen AI, to do a lot of your assignments. But why has that not percolated through into the business world? So the reality is, and I will focus on procurement, but a lot of what I say applies to entire supply chain. So you could replace procurement with supply chain. The challenge is supply chains and procurements are complex. They are diverse. Dr. Vyas was talking about disruptions. Gone are the days when Ford Motor Company set up its manufacturing facility in Michigan, Dearborn, and source its steel from Michigan. Today, companies have a cell phone manufacturing company could have up to 750 suppliers across all the continents, with 80% of the business and the procurement happening in Asia. So supply chains are complex and diverse, and disruptions happen. The other thing is regulatory pressure. Dr. Vyas yesterday talked about 370 regulations that are in the pipeline. The government is tightening their regulations around labor, around sustainability, and more than that, consumers are also demanding more and more transparency around the various aspects of supply chain. Where do you buy it from? How sustainable is it, etc. So all of these pressures then are causing us as supply chain experts to transform, bring in more resilience, be more proactive rather than reactive. And there was some conversation in the previous session about predictive, right? So be more proactive, know when and plan when disruptions will happen and plan for it. Have a plan A, plan B, plan C, so that your supply chain does not get disrupted. And sustainability is not only needed to be built to take care of consumers like you and me. It is a long-term viable business option. It is mandatory for each of us businesses to sustain and to live. So then where is AI coming in and helping us? You can read all of the multiple use cases. There are, at least in procurement, there are multiple tools that can enable you to figure out the best suppliers to procure from, the best execution of the procurement, the best pricing for that procurement. But what I want to emphasize over here, and I think it was brought up in an earlier session today, is the continuous improvement and collaboration. AI tools are not yet meant to be perfect. Maybe someday, but they're not perfect. They are models. You implement them, they learn, they improve, and they get better. And they improve again, and then they get better again. So the continuous improvement in the supply chain systems that are available right now, that is the key to success. That is where AI comes in. That's where the power of AI is to learn, take huge amounts of data, learn, and to make a decision, and then improve from there. So where is the future of AI? What do we think as a software vendor the AI is going, right? And Dr. Vyas used this on the first day, I think. He talked about autonomous systems. And where I look at it is today AI is enabling us to take better decisions, faster decisions, but also smarter decisions. But eventually where we will get to is the system will help us make those decisions. We will make those decisions. The system will learn from those decisions and help us make better decisions. And it'll learn again. It's the continuous iterations to the point where it is selflessly making decisions itself. And we as humans are just watching over it. And why do I say that is possible? Because some of you might know Apple just had a partnership with OpenAI, ChatGPT, where they envision Siri to become an LLM agent, which will go into your apps and take actions on your behalf. Which means if I want to order pizza, I'm not going to go into an app, Uber Eats. I'm just going to tell Siri to order me a Hawaiian pizza, and it'll get ordered by itself. So if it is happening in the consumer world, it is going to happen in the procurement world as well. And that's the reality. And along with the autonomous system comes in the compliance and transparency, because the more the system can take data, make decisions, learn from you on the decisions, make better decisions, the more it is giving us the ability to comply to the regulations that Dr. Vyas talked about that is coming in the pipeline, or give the transparency that consumers like you and me demand from the companies that we buy from. So if that is the vision, what are we doing as Samsung SDS, and how do we enable that vision? So if you look at this picture, Samsung SDS has launched a product called Cadentia. Cadentia more focused around cadence. So we enable the entire procurement process. And we begin at the NPI stage, at the design stage. We allow you to design a widget that comes at the best price, so that, and then we allow you to source the best from the best suppliers at the best cost. And then we allow you to manage your procurement, your suppliers, and eventually your spend analytics. And all of this sits on a platform, on an AI platform that enables you to not just make, and I will say this again, it enables you not just to make faster decisions, it enables you to make smarter decisions. So we're not talking about eliminating the number of people that are required to do to make the decisions. I'm talking about giving you more visibility to be able to make better decisions that a human could not have figured out. For example, we have item similarity analysis, which cleanses data. If any of you manages procurement across large organizations, you know people are creating master data ad hoc in various plants and factories. So the ability to cleanse your data, the ability to predict when your material cost will be the lowest based on various characteristics, when will that raw material be the lowest, so that not only are you planning based on your MRP run, you are planning based on when the cost goes up and down, especially for the high volume, high price volatility parts. Or the cost simulation. When you're doing NPI design, you're designing a new widget, do you always design because the R&D team told you to use these parts, or do you as procurement people come in and say, that's a very expensive? So for example, when Apple was designing the cell phone, the camera is the most expensive part in the entire cell phone. And if the camera price was so expensive, Apple could not have sold those phones for $900 to $1,000, right? So procurement coming in during the design phase, enabling better estimation of the end cost of the widget that the customers are making. Or even to the extent of defining, in the sense of the autonomous systems that I talked about, even to the point of enabling the system to generate purchase order automatically, based on certain criteria, of course, based on certain human controls, of course, but giving you the ability to make purchase orders, pass purchase orders to your suppliers automatically with oversight, so that we as humans then focus on something bigger, better things to do, right? So there's a lot of AI tools that we have that we enable towards the autonomous systems that we envision will happen in the procurement space within supply chain. Before I go, we have a booth outside. If you want to learn more, there is a QR code. You can scan that and learn more. But I do want to make a comment. Remember that the AI journey is not a one and done. Don't expect that you will go implement AI and everything will be success and you'll walk away from it. AI is a long journey because the models that you are bringing in will need to learn and relearn till it becomes perfect for your use case. So when you are embarking on your AI journey, a couple of things. One, and this was said earlier on, choose the right problem to solve. Don't implement AI just because you have a budget and your boss asks you to implement AI. Choose the right problem to solve. Find the right data. And Anna mentioned it yesterday. Garbage in is generally garbage out. So please choose the right data and work with a partner who knows what they are doing. A partner like Samsung SDS will help, but really a partner who knows what they are doing, because that journey will be a long journey for you to really prove value at which point of time. So for example, me and my Tesla story, it took me months to trust the car so I can leave the car and let it drive itself. It took me months to get that confidence. That's the AI journey. It will take you time to be able to trust the models enough so that they can make decisions on your behalf while you can watch over it and go do something else. So it's a long journey. Remember that. Work with the best partner that you can find, and come see us outside if you want to learn more about how we can help you. Thank you.